Welcome online race fans, welcome NASCAR fans. We are live for round 4 of the 2020 NASCAR Motormaster Series season presented by Bruv Motorsports. And we are here at ISM Raceway on NASCAR Heat 4. 30 drivers are here for round 4 of the season. It is the Cactus 300 at ISM Raceway. Right now you're watching the pole sitter lead the race. That is Noko in the 23, Charlie Irwin in the 08. Right behind him in second, Stephen Corley in third in the 00. A little bit of contact with the inside wall for Noko. He drifts up the track. He's going to lose the lead to Charlie in the 08. It'll be the first lap this season. Charlie has led and he's looking strong here early in the going. We've got confirmation that these drivers are going to make it to the end of stage 1 on fuel with no pit stops. Jimmy Best in third, Stephen Corley fourth, Info fifth, BJ Thomas in 6th. And then it's Dakota Bruff 7th, Jade Burr 8th, Tony Camerata 9th, and I believe that was CD Derby Boy rounding out the top 10.
The back of the field is having some fun.
Yeah, I was going to work. 89 Chevy Camaro making his first start of the NASCAR Motormaster Series in quite some time. Used to run full-time in NASCAR on NASCAR 15 in the PlayStation 3 days, and ran a full-time season in 2018 on NASCAR Heat 2 in the NASCAR Brighton Truck Series. Good to have him back, always a respectful and fast driver. Problems for Kenny Adair in the 5, 2018 NASCAR Truck Series champion. He has damage at the front and the rear of that car, and Peyton Larson nearly made some contact with him there as they both were entering turn 3. Both of those cars have severe damage to those cars.
I would like to publicly apologize to Anthony Trippi. I believe I may have gotten into him and caused an accident.
Okay. Looking at Anthony right now driving the 86 machine. There's been a couple of incidents towards the tail of the field, and this was expected, especially at a very challenging short track like ISM Raceway. 30 drivers on one short flat track at a time. Can be a recipe for disaster sometimes in certain areas of the racetrack, especially through the dog leg, where you can gain a whole lot of speed and time on your opponents in front of you. They're all chasing Charlie Irwin in the 08 Chevy Camaro. Noko right behind him. Noko has a win earlier this season at Atlanta. Charlie, no wins this season. He would love to win this race, punch his ticket into the playoffs. Info running in third, no wins this season for the Motormaster Series, but he opened the 2020 NASCAR Brighton Truck Series season with a win in the Tailgate 250. He would love to punch his ticket into the playoffs for Motormaster as well. There's Jimmy in the 9, Jade Burr in the 98, BJ Thomas right behind them as well. Jade Burr, the defending NASCAR Brighton Truck Series champion. He's already got 2 wins here in 2020 for the Motormaster Series. He's gone 2 for 3 to start the season, winning the Daytona 300 and winning earlier tonight in the California 300 at Auto Club Speedway. It was a 32-car race, a record breaker for the NASCAR Motormaster Series, presented by Bruv Motorsports. We had a master fuel strategy, but Nate, our in-race reporter driving the 48 car, is with us. And Nate, we wanted to ask you, you don't think that there's going to be too much in the way of fuel mileage strategy for this one, do you? Or at least not for stage 1.
Not for stage 1 or 2, but it could be possible in stage 3. We'll have to wait and see.
Could get interesting.
All I know
later.
is it may come down to tire strategy.
It really could, and that's the thing with these Motormaster Series races. You never really know what the right strategy is going to be. You could take the fastest car out there, lead the most laps, and fall short of the win. Noko came so close to winning the California 300 earlier tonight, led the most laps, dominated most of that event, and ran out of fuel on the final lap, and Jay Burr was able to pass him on the final lap to take the win. I'll tell you, Charlie is doing a great job in the 08 Chevy, leading the way. He's got a couple of lap cars in front of him to deal with. Looks like it's Jeff Grady in the 82, and there was one of the Rockstar Racing cars there as well. It's getting dicey here for position. Having to work their way through the lap traffic. BJ Thomas, Tony Camerata, Jay Burr racing alongside Kenny Adair in the 5. And Mikhail in the 01. CD Derby Boy in the 8. CD Derby qualified.
5 to go.
CD Derby Boy qualified near the front for this one. As you heard our in-race reporter, Nate Schultz in the 48 car. 5 laps to go in stage 1.
4 to go now for the leaders.
Ah, thank you. Such a short track, coming around now to get the 3 laps to go signal. Charlie is in the 01 Chevy Camaro. Noko in the 23, right behind him in second. He's going to make a charge for this stage win before the end, and we know it. It's just a matter of when and how he makes it. I don't think that there's too much grip on the outside right now. It might take a bit to rubber in. And Charlie Irwin goes to pit road at the 2 lap to go mark. Excuse me, the leader has not taken the 2 laps to go signal, so all of these pit stops are indeed legal. Noko has now hit the line. So anyone entering pit road at this point would be penalized. And Dakota Bruv, the defending champion, spins over there in turn, I believe that's turn 3 and 4. Now he's going down pit road, and that's going to be a penalty.
I believe he blew a tire.
Oh, the NOSSCAR officials are going to be looking at that, and if he's blown a tire.
I believe it was a blown tire. The only reason I would assume that is because I nearly blew one myself. I had to really hold back on going hard this stage.
Who's the leader?
The 98.
BJ Thomas just looped it around in turns 3 and 4. Jade Burr is your current leader. Just to give you an update, CD Derby Boy is spun on the front straightaway, and Alex Tesdall in the 10 has went head over heels. He's rolled that car on the back stretch. Big incident there involving the 8 and the 10. And that concludes stage 1. Jade Burr picks up the stage win. More carnage over in turn 3. BJ
Thomas
Thomas
just got
is around.
taken out by Kevin Tattersall.
Wow, chaos to conclude stage 1. Nate gets spun by Kevin Tattersall.
I blew a tire coming to the line because of 2 spins that happened on the final lap as well.
Oh man, what a stage 1. And it looks like Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 is going to stay on the lead lap just barely. He is in front of the 98
Jardy
car.
wins the stage with You're Done Son finishing 2nd and Jade Burr finishing 3rd.
Really?
Yep. Jade got caught up in one of the incidents.
Oh, I see. Look at that. Jarrett Reese in the 36 wins stage 1. It's his first ever NOSSCAR Motormaster Series stage win. Phenomenal drive by him. He's going to restart in 4th for the stage 2. Again, this is round 4 of the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series presented by Bruv Motorsports. It's the Cactus 300 at ISM Raceway. The green flag in the air for the final, stage 2. And I did not see what happened to BJ Thomas there, but he restarted near the front, and then he spun in front of a couple of cars deeper in the pack at the start of this stage. And I really don't know what happened there. We're green, I know that. And Noko gets into it with his teammate Josh Colm-Diaz, and there is a big wreck on the straightaway.
I don't know how I just made it out of that alive, but okay.
I'm not sure either. A lot of these cars didn't. Tony got involved.
Tony is actually laps down.
Wow, I don't know what happened to Tony. And BJ must have not got service. He must have not hit the pit button in time at the conclusion of stage 1, because now he's on pit road. Tough break for him. We knew it would be wild. We knew it would be crazy. Short track racing for the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. ISM Raceway always provides us with a wild, chaotic race, and we're seeing just that here for round 4 of the season. Jade Burr leading the race. Info just took second from Charlie, and that's your done son in the 89, giving that 89 a good run, trying to take the 3rd spot now from Charlie. 5, somebody just went up the wall and made contact with the outside wall. I believe it might have been Peyton Larson in the 19.
No, it was Jay Twizzy.
Ah, Jeff Grady in the
82, I believe.
Yes, sir. Noko takes the 6th position. Good battles up near the front. You just gotta make sure you survive the chaos that's known to occur mid-pack. And don't look now, but Chris Ryan in the 4 up to the 7th position. He's having a good run. He's at the tail of this pack that we're watching. BJ Thomas back on track after making that pit stop. Kenny Adair took an interesting line through 3 and 4 there. Excuse me, 1 and 2. Nate now.
I know, because he's trying to go around me even though he's laps behind me.
Oh, wow.
And is racing me very, very hard.
I saw that, actually. He used you up in that corner.
No, I braked so he didn't use me up. Because I knew he was going to. Is the problem.
Right, yeah, that's not good. NOSSCAR officials watching that. Also watching the battle for the lead. Info puts a bumper to the inside of the 98, and now he's got the dog leg here to use. And he's going to clear Jade Burr for the lead. Oh, excuse me, no, he's not. My guy's played a trick on me there for some reason. Jade holds on to the lead, surges back on the outside with a whole lot of power. And he's going to bring Charlie with him. The 08 Chevy Camaro looking for P2 going into turns 3 and 4, what used to be turns 1 and 2. Working stage 2. Jade Burr is all about the playoff points. We've spoken a lot to him throughout the preseason and throughout the pre-race shows for the races. And he's all about tallying up those playoff points. So he would really like to win stage 2, because that would mean his team and himself will be awarded 1 playoff point. It is the top 5 that receive stage points, but it is only the stage winner who goes home with the playoff point. Jade has it. Charlie wants it in second. Info trying to take second from Charlie, taking an interesting line through 3 and 4. Don't think he intended to take the car that high. And Jarrett Reese now has a run to the bottom for 3rd. Jarrett takes the 3rd position. No-Go gonna try to go with them on the inside for 4th. He does. And you're done, son. To the inside of Info as well. So Info going from 3rd to potentially 6th, but he gets a great run on the outside exiting turn 2. He gets back in front of the 89, and he even had enough momentum to take a look to the inside of Noko. That was impressive. There's some speed on the outside exiting turn 2. And we have a new race leader. Charlie in the 08 has made the move and got around Jade Burr. Jarrett Reese right there with him. It's essentially a 6-car pack battling for the lead. Chris Ryan in the 7th position in the 4 car, not too far behind him, and it's Randy O'Quinn in the 74 running in 8th. Having a good run. Randy coming off a 4th place finish earlier tonight in the California 300. Charlie actually getting a little bit of breathing room in between himself and the rest of his competitors. Jade holds on to second, never lost it. Noko trying to take it, loses some momentum coming out of turn 2. He might have found the outside wall a little bit, and I think Info did as well. If Info didn't, he had to lift for Noko, who did. And Jared Reese looking to the inside because of it. Couldn't make the move. Info seems to be very fast if he's got to take the outside line to hold the position. He seems to have some speed up there. It's hard to get around the 21 is something I've noticed.
I pretty much always notice that when I'm around him.
No doubt. He won the Tailgate 250 to begin the NOSSCAR Brighton Truck Series season, but he's winless in after the first 3 races here in Motormaster. He's had some top 5 finishes, he's led laps, he's done a great job, he's done everything he's needed to do to put himself in a position to win, just hasn't quite got the job done yet, but we figure it's only a matter of time. For Info in the 21 finds victory lane.
5 to go, stage 2. 4 to go now at the line.
Ah, thank you. In-race reporter driving on the track, driving the 48 car, Nate Schultz. Giving us the 4 laps to go signal. I'm impressed with Charlie in the 08 Chevy. He is driving away from Jade Burr. The battle for third is still on with Info and Noko, teammates at Timac Motorsports. 3 laps to go.
I believe some cars are on pit road.
Ah, okay. 3 laps to go, and some drivers electing to come down pit road. Pit road is still open at this time. Drivers started in the Cactus 300. I believe 29 of them are still on the racetrack and competing. Dakota Bruv, the defending champion, has all sorts of front-end damage to that car. He needs to fix that damage before the final stage. 2 laps to go in stage 2.
I believe it is the final lap they're coming to right now.
Yes, sir. Actually, you're right. No, you're right. They click off fast here at ISM. So the leader is Charlie Irwin, actually over his next competitor, and that is Jade Burr. We're watching him right now. Jade trying to hold on to second from Info, Noko, and Jared Reese. Your done son in the 89 trying to make one last charge for a stage point. And Info clears Jade Burr, coming to the line. He'll get second. Jade held on to third. Noko will get 4th, Jarrett Reese will get the final stage point, but they were all chasing this man, Charlie Irwin. First stage win of the season. I'd have to double check this, but it might be his first stage win in his NOSSCAR Motormaster Series career. Heck of a drive. He's got a fast car. He's got something for him today. These drivers have one final chance to make pit stops under a caution speed, so any damage or major swings at these race cars that they want to take that might be time consuming on pit road, definitely the time to do so now. Charlie and Info lead them to the line. The final stage for round 4 is upon us. The 2020 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season presented by Bruv Motorsports. Jade Burr right there with him, your done son. Longtime NOSSCAR veteran right there with him as well. He's been here since the beginning on NASCAR 15. Could he win this thing? The pole sitter, Noko, just took the 5th position from Chris Ryan. Randy O'Quinn, Alex Tesdall are all right there with him. CD Derby Boy. Alex went a little bit wide there. Put the 8 car on the wall just a little bit. Charlie got such a good run going into the corner there. He was able to go all the way down to the yellow line. Gets a good launch coming out of the corner. Jade Burr got a little bit loose. He loses the second position to Info. Cars thundering around this racetrack, folks. Oh, and there was contact made between Charlie and Info, and around goes the 08 machine. And Info's going to lose a bunch of spots as well, and Chris Ryan in the 4 got involved. He's up against the inside wall near the start-finish line. CD Derby Boy just got involved in an incident in the 8. And there he is trying to get it back going again. He might be having some connection issues even, it looks like. I'm not too sure. Front end of his car is all smashed in. He'll need to repair that on the next pit stop. I guarantee you these drivers are going to be making a number of pit stops throughout this final stage. We expect anywhere from 2 or 3. Let's see. Oh, they're 4 wide right here. Anthony Trippi in the 86. Jimmy Best in the 9. Oh, there was contact made. Jimmy goes back up the track after getting loose. Tony's involved, Harold is involved, Charlie Irwin, Jeff Grady, Harold Burden, BJ Thomas, they all got a piece of it. It looks like Josh Diaz in the 7.
Straight through the middle with minimal damage.
It was about a 9-car incident over there. It looked like Anthony Trippi and Jimmy Best made some contact. Jimmy got loose after, came up the track and got into Anthony, and they both went up and collected each other in the wall. And nobody really had anywhere to go.
I believe that would be the case. I'm not sure, though.
That's what it looked like. We were able to catch the whole thing. Anthony is actually still parked on the racetrack and messaging. Oh, and something happened there to Jimmy in the 9. He just went up and made contact with the outside wall as well. Chris Ryan in the 4 on pit road to repair the damage. Jimmy Best in the 9 on his way to do the same. And the first incident that we were talking about was something that happened between Charlie in the 08 and Info in the 21. I didn't see what happened, but Info looked like went way up the hill of the racetrack, and Charlie spun either during the same time or shortly after. Who do you have as the leader?
Jade Burr.
Ah, okay. The 98 back out front. It's been a familiar sight this season. 2 wins in the first 3 races for Fatal Motorsports. Looking strong here at ISM Raceway. He's got your Dunn's son in the 89 right behind him. And it would be a bold statement. Your Dunn's son's first NOSSCAR Motormaster Series race in 2 years. It'd be amazing if he could go out there and win it. But it would be a heck of a story to see Jade Burr go 3 for 4 to start the season as well. Noko runs in the 3rd position. He was able to get clear of all of that chaos that happened a couple of laps ago. He still has enough time to gain ground on these guys, but these two are now utilizing the draft with each other. Nate, you're the in-race pit reporter. Or, excuse me, in-race reporter, rather. What do you think of the draft here? If 2 cars get close together, can they actually get ground on everybody else? Can they get away?
Not really, I don't think.
No, so it's a little different than Heat 3, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Because the draft is so minimal at this track.
Right. Okay, very good. So they're not going anywhere then. If No goes quicker than these guys, he definitely has the time to run them down. It'll be a 3-car battle for the lead if he can get there. Kevin Tattersall in the 2 runs in 4th. Info runs in 5th. Trying trying to see who's behind info. It's Jarrett Reese in the 36, running in 6th. He's the winner of Stage 1. And he's honestly had a very clean race. Very impressed with the drive of the 36 team today. Jarrett having a great run, running in 6th. And he's had a shot to win this thing ever since the drop of the green flag. He's kept himself in a position to win.
And I have been narrowly missing every single wreck in the back of the field.
Yeah, you've been impressing us as well. What position are you running?
13th.
Nice, and you started deep in the field, so you've made your way up.
I started 19th, but fell all the way back to the tail end of the field to start the race.
Ah, right. And that was a strategy call, correct?
Yep, because I didn't want to get in any wrecks.
Good move, and look at you now, it's paid off.
I mean, I'm trying to get it to pay off. We'll see how well it works here towards the end of the race.
The 62 in front of you, is that a battle for position?
Yep.
Nice.
So
right
is
there.
the 10.
Ah, so you're in good company. Still advancing forward. Good luck to you. Oh, he wiggled a bit. He went high a little bit. Caused you to have to lift, and your car did something weird.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Contact there, but the 48 and the 10, but the 48 and 8 gets to the inside of Alex Tesdall. It's a battle for the 12th position. He clears him, he takes it.
And the 10 goes to pit road.
And back up
This
towards
is
the front. Oh my goodness, what happened here? We got a 5-car battle for the lead. How did this even happen? I just tuned back into the front. No-go to the inside of Jade Burr for the lead. He actually got a little bit tight there, drifted up towards the 98. There might have been contact made. I'm really not sure, but No-go takes the lead. Jade Burr still right there with him in second. 5-car battle for the lead now here in the final stage, and Jarrett Reese running in 6th, not too far behind him. Oh, Kevin went a little wide there towards the wall, found it, made a little bit of contact. That allows his teammate Info to get to the inside. Going down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Something happened to Jade Burr. He either got loose or he got the boot from your Dunson, or there could have been maybe a lag spike, I'm not sure, because your Dunson now gets around the 98. In fact, Jade Burr drops to the 5th position.
And there was a major wreck exiting, entering turn 3.
Uh-oh, that's where the leaders are headed. Jeff Grady has wrecked trying to get to pit road. The 82 is actually wedged against, oh, never mind. I apologize, folks, it was a connection issue. His car was on pit road, and it was just kind of stuck there and glitching, but he's good. He's on pit road, gonna get some service. Randy O'Quinn was already on pit road and leaving. Kevin Tattersall, he was amongst the leaders. He's on pit road for service in the 2. Charlie Irwin in the 08 is on pit road. He won stage 2. Had a great chance to win this race before an incident with the 21 of Info. Now he's got some work to do. Spoken much about Dave Marks Jr., but he's kept the car clean for the most part, and he's running inside the top 15, at least before the cycle of green flag pit stops began. Many of them leaving pit road now, including Kevin Tattersall, Josh Colm-Diaz, and others. No-go on pit road, your Dunson on pit road, Jarrett Reese on pit road as well. So more of the leaders making scheduled pit stops in the final stage. You're watching round 4. 2020 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season presented by Bruv Motorsports.
That explains why I wasn't able to run fast lap times. I had 9 seconds of damage.
Yeah, that would do it. Even at a short track like ISM Raceway, that's quite a bit of damage. Jade Burr now comes down pit road, and it appears he's doing the same thing he did last race. He's long pitting, if you will, rather than short pitting. He stayed out an extra 1 to 3 laps longer than any other driver. He's now on pit road. Who do you have as the leader? Did anybody else stretch it further?
I do not know. I'm just coming off a pit road now.
Ah, sorry about that.
I'll let you know here in a second.
Ah, we just saw you go by. We're watching Jade Bird parked on pit road.
It is a custom car that is leading the race, so I do not know who it is.
Ah, okay. I hate when that happens. Simply because we don't know who the leader is.
The leader is pitting this time, so.
Ah, okay, so this is going to shake things up to see if I can find him on pit road. I believe the leader might have been Thomas, actually, in the 62 car, because he is on pit road. He's driving a custom car. He was running in the 11th position. Yeah, the 11th position before green flag pit stops began. 30 drivers started in the Cactus 300 here at ISM Raceway, and I believe we have 27 left on the racetrack.
Trust me when I say NOCO is now leading.
Okay.
I would know this because he's on my tail feathers. I'm trying to pull away because I think I have fresher tires than he does.
Sorry to cut you off, but something happened to Dakota, bruv. Down here, and I can't quite tell actually where this is on the track. It's actually entering turn 3. Or excuse me, turn 1 rather. So it's just a little bit after the start-finish line. The defending champion was involved in an incident with another car, and I couldn't quite tell who the other car was. And now Dakota spins again. I believe he's got a flat tire. He's back on the racing surface. Jarrett Reese had to really lift there in the 36 to avoid contact, and now Dakota goes to pit road. Man, I don't think you could have any worse luck than Dakota's had to start off the season here in the first 4 races. Dakota now pulls off the track, and he is done for the day here at ISM Raceway, and that is a tough break. And something had to have happened to Jade Bird just a couple of moments ago, because he has front-end damage, and he just got passed by a couple of cars. It's Josh Colm-Diaz behind him in the 7. Josh started
I am now
literally
1 lap down to NOCO.
Are you, in what position are you in?
14th.
Okay, so the top 13 on the lead lap at this point in the race, and it looks like Harold is about to go a lap down. Yeah, it's changing every lap. Short track action. Harold had a great run in the California 300 earlier tonight in that 39 car. Ran inside the top 5.
Info is not letting NOCO get away, though.
No, he's not. He's got 2 lapped cars separating himself from the leader.
I made sure that I gave him plenty of room entering turn 3 so that I didn't cause any issues myself, but I think he just put it 3 wide. All on his own stony lonesome.
Yes, he did, and he's taken the most riskiest line of them all. He's going through the middle. Oh my gosh, that's risky. But Info really wants to find victory lane. NOCO has found victory lane this season. He won at Atlanta. Info won the Tailgate 250 at Daytona for the NOSSCAR Brighton Truck Series, but he's still winless here for the Motormaster. This is great stuff. Your Dunson runs in the 3rd position in the 89 car. Stephen Corley in the 00 runs in 4th. And it's Kevin Tattersall in the 2, running in 5th. Just to give you a quick update, that is your top 5, folks. NOCO, Info. Excuse me, I lost my train of thought. NOCO, Info, your Dunson, Stephen Corley, and Kevin Tattersall, the top 5.
But NOCO is right on his back. I mean, Info's right on NOCO's back bumper.
He's not letting them get away. It's about a 3-car length separation, and NOCO went way towards the outside wall there, coming out of that corner, and that allows Info to close the gap by about, I'd say, a little over a car length. These cars are so evenly matched, created equal, presets only, no custom setups, so these drivers are searching constantly for every bit of grip and speed that they can find. Sometimes easier said than done, especially at a short track, a very flat track as well, like ISM Raceway. And don't forget, these drivers will be back here for the championship race at the end of the season. So I guarantee you these guys are taking notes and taking any information about the track that they can, in case they make the final four and have a run for the championship. And now Info, speaking of making a run, goes to the inside of Noco. This is a battle for the lead going into turn one. Timac Motorsports teammates duking it out for the Cactus 300 win. How many laps?
Give me 1 second. I am on lap 81, so the leaders are on lap 82.
So we've got, now they just hit the line again, so 18 laps to go.
Kevin Tattersall is the 4th place car.
So that means Kevin has passed and worked his way around Stephen Corley in the 00.
The 00 is actually laps down.
Oh, is he?
Yep, he is at least 2 laps down.
Oh, we missed that then. He had to have been caught up in an incident because he was running up there in the top, I'd say 7 or 8.
Or he may have pitted also.
He might have. I know that everybody's going to have to pit one more time before the end of this race. And Info is cleared. Info is cleared Noco for the lead.
The 89 is pitting.
Your done son on pit road, Tony Camerata on pit road as well. Mikhail in the 01 car, it was glitching a bit, having his car up against the inside wall, but he is actually on pit road as well.
Are you sure? Because he was against the inside wall on my screen too.
Yeah, it does that for everybody. It'll pop him back in place in a moment. It's weird. Heat 3 did something similar sometimes. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 goes to pit road as well. Remember, Josh started literally dead last in the 30th position. And he's worked his way inside the top 15. I believe he might even be in the top 10. We're keeping an eye on our leaders here because we want to see when they come to pit road. Info not coming to pit road this time, but Noco is in the 23. The 00 did as well, but again, as Nate pointed out, he is a couple of laps down. Info goes to pit road. He took a very wide entry there. Gets it slowed down, and there he is. He's going to make service. Scheduled pit stop for Info. It'll be his last pit stop of the race. Noco pit the lap before. So with the advantage of short pitting by 1 lap and having fresher tires sooner, Noco might be back in front of the 21, but it'll be close. CD Derby in the 8 car. He's had a bit of a rocky race, so a lot of bad luck for him in this one. He had a great run in the California 300. Qualified good for this one, but it's been a bit of a struggle for him today at ISM Raceway. He left pit road just a moment ago with Charlie Irwin in the 08. Info now down and away, and we're going to have to see where he is in relation to Noco at the 23.
Well, the 39 is actually the leader.
Right, but once this all cycles through, those two are going to be the one battling for the lead here.
Yep.
And Noco has the advantage over Info. Jeff Grady on his way to pit road, and as you mentioned, it is Harold Burden in the 39 leading the way at ISM Raceway, but he will have to come to pit road one more time. Are in heavy lap traffic here late in the final stage. 14 laps to go. 12 to go. Thank you. This
Actually,
is why
I am 1 lap down, so it's 11 to go.
and they just hit the line now, so it's probably 10 laps to go. This is why I'm so thankful to have an in-race reporter. 10 laps to go in the race, and we're going to see a battle for the ages, folks. Timac Motorsports teammates right near each other, the 23 and the 21, they're going to be battling for the win. Once the cycle of pit stops has completed, has Harold made his pit stop?
Yes, the 23 is the leader.
Ah, perfect, thank you. So we are now truly watching the battle for the lead and for the win in the Cactus 300 at ISM Raceway. Both drivers have had a great run in this race. They're side by side for the lead, coming out of turn 2. Info went to the outside, and I mentioned earlier in the broadcast he was showing amazing speed up top, especially exiting turn 2, and he just used that to take the lead from his teammate. A teammate that has been dubbed invincible at times on the racetrack. Noko very fast. Info very fast too. Second most winningest NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series driver in history. Looking for his first win of the season in the Motormaster Series. Made a bit of contact with Trent Nielsen in the 78, and he got a little bit out of shape because of it. The lap traffic becoming a factor, Noko retakes the lead. Oh, and Noko drifted up high there as well. Trent got into him and then found the wall. And Trent Nielsen spins exiting turn 2.
Boy, am I glad his car was ghosted.
Yep, me too. He threw it in reverse and went back across the track, but he made his way to the apron safely. But yeah, his car was ghosted, thankfully. And Info still right there with Noko. 7 laps to go, if I'm not mistaken. They click off fast, so correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe 6 laps to go.
Coming around now to 5 to go. Contact made between the teammates. Your Dunson in the 89, he's in 3rd and he's closing the gap a bit, but I don't think he's got enough time. He's going to need them to get into it. Noko just found the quarter panel of Info. More contact was made. The crossover move. Oh, executed perfectly, but they're still side by side. I stopped mid-sentence, folks, because this is exciting stuff. Oh my goodness, 3 laps to go. Now Info has a bit of breathing room. He has the lead. Noko's going to need to make a late charge here if he's going to have any chance at Info. And I don't think they're going to catch too many more lapped cars before the end of this one. The 7 car, Josh Colm-Diaz, Jeff Grady in the 82, they're the 2 next cars to go a lap down, but Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 has been fast all race long. He's been able to stay in front of the leaders. I didn't see what happened to Jade Burr. Actually, Jade's going to pit road in the 98. Something amiss with Jade. Oh, and there was contact with Jeff Grady and Info. That's going to allow Noko to get closer again. 2 laps to go. Or is this the white?
There's actually multiple laps to go.
So two to go?
They are on 3 to go.
The leader's going down the back straightaway right now, so I guess they're now coming to the 2 laps to go signal. Oh, I didn't see what happened there, but Noko just got into it, I believe, with Jeff Grady. There he is. He's lost some ground to Info. Info's got about a 10-12 car length gap at this point. He's got this well in hand. Your Dunson in the 89 closing in. That'll be about for second if he can get through the 2 lapped cars to get to him. But they're coming around now to the white flag. 1 lap to go in the Cactus 300 at ISM Raceway. And they're all chasing this man, Info. Arguably the best NOSSCAR driver without a NOSSCAR championship. He's playing it safe. Now he goes to the inside of Mikhail. hugs the yellow line, going through the final corners, coming out of turn 4. Info in the 21 wins the Cactus 300. NOSSCAR second. You're done, son, in third. What a race and what a battle for the lead. He did it. He's no longer winless, and he punches his ticket into the 2020 season. Or excuse me, the 2020 playoffs.
Info, Noko, you're done, son. Give me a second here.
What a race.
Kevin Tattersall and the 36.
So Jared finishes in the top 5. A very well-deserved top 5 for Jared as well. Good run for him. Former NASCAR
And the 08 of Charlie
champion.
finishes 6th.
What a recovery for Charlie. Honestly, Charlie got involved in that incident late in the race, and he won stage 2. Had a great chance of winning this race until that. We're getting word that Charlie made contact with the inside wall entering turn 3, and that's what cost him ultimately the race. Checking out the fastest laps of the race, Stephen Corley in the 00 will take the honors. And we're going to get a word with your race winner, the OG.
And I do apologize, but I do have to head out for the night. It was great racing, and have a great evening.
You as well. Thank you very much for...
No problem.
And Nate Schultz has left the building, folks. Always a pleasure having him in the booth with me while he races and competes out there for the wins. Now we're going to go down to Victory Lane, and we're going to find OG Info, driver of the number 21 Chevy Camaro, who drove nearly a flawless race out there at ISM Raceway, picking up his first win of the season and punching his ticket into the playoffs. How do you feel, and describe the emotions just going through you right now?
I feel pumped. I'm excited that I locked myself into the playoffs. I feel sorry for Noko. Me and Noko had a really good battle, but you know, stuff happens, and he understands that, I understand that, and me and him both are just getting ready for next week.
I was going to ask you about that. You had one heck of a battle with your teammate Noko, and everyone knows that he is going to be a force to be messing with this season, and there was some contact made with you two a couple of times. Is that just hard racing that you two will talk about later, or is there hard feelings?
Oh, there ain't no hard feelings. Me and Noko was in the same party chat talking to each other. I mean, me and him both were having a good time battling for the lead. We knew that we had fresher tires than everybody else, so it was just going to be good. So we just kept fighting it out.
Clear the pits, hammer
The
down.
lap traffic really was a major factor, a major player in who won this race. Tell us about that, and tell us how you were able to work your way through some of
Hold the
that.
line.
With some of the lap traffic, I did have to
Got
pull
one
out the
outside
way
now.
because, I mean, it's lap traffic, you know. They're going to try to stay on the lap, keep their lap, so sometimes
Clear
you
the
gotta
pits,
bump
hammer
them
down.
out the way in order to pass them.
There was quite a bit of contact made. It was a wild and chaotic race, but we always expect that at a short, flat, difficult track like ISM Raceway. But now that this is behind us, what are your goals moving forward in the season, knowing that you're now locked in the playoffs?
Just trying something different to see if different strategies work, and if they work, then we'll just keep going.
What you're doing seems to be working. Congratulations. You're the Cactus 300 winner at ISM Raceway. And that was OG Info, driver of the 21 Chevy Camaro, celebrating with the team here in NASCAR Motormaster Series season presented by Bruv Motorsports. Locking himself into the playoffs, we knew it was only going to be a matter of time before he found victory lane this season, and it came here tonight at ISM Raceway. From all of us here at NASCAR, until tomorrow night's NASCAR Brighton Truck Series action, we're saying so long and stay fast. Stay fast, folks.